So cutting out the fabric for your Baker Boy cap is pretty straightforward. I'm just cutting one piece at a time, and with this fabric there's a right way up and a wrong way up. If I run my hand down that and it sits smoothly there, then it's the right way up and the arrow points to the top. If I rub it like that and it's going against the pile, then that's the wrong way. So one way it's quite smooth, the other way it's rough. Now if I had something like this pink fabric, which I'm going to use for my beret, I'd be looking to the corner and I'd be positioning the pattern pieces so that they go diagonally into the corner. Now because I've got this line, I want that to be part of my design, and so what I've got here is a fold down the middle. I just pop that fold on there, position it in as economical a spot as I can, make sure that those lines are matching that fold, slip that over, quickly drop a pin in, about 3 spots is good because it's pretty hard to move after that, and then just cut around it as you did with the calico. The other thing that I need you to know is when you're doing your peak, it doesn't have to have the fusing, but because this is quite thin, I'm not going to worry about that. I'm going to use the fusing, and with the plastic, which I have here, I'm going to pretty much leave it on here and get my pattern piece, which I thought was sitting nice and easy to grab. Yes, here it is. Remember, it's the one without the seam allowance, and I'm going to put it down as low as I can here and right up to the edges so that I can I've got at least one more, possibly 2 more peaks that I can do, and I'm going to trace around this with a pencil so I don't have to hold the pattern onto the plastic. Try and get it as accurate as you can. Sometimes I'll use just a little bit of spray adhesive, let it partially dry, and then until it's tacky, and then I can put it onto the paper, and then it'll stick onto the plastic for as long as I need it to be there, and then it'll peel off. Just make sure when you do that, that when you pop it back into your sleeve, see how there's the notch for the centre front, so that then I can see the notch for the centre front. Sorry, you couldn't before, so I've just traced around it with my pencil, and using my big tough sturdy scissors I'm just going to cut that as neatly as I can along that pencil line, and then that's ready to slip into the pocket that you're going to make with the fabric later. But it's important that you get all of the pieces together to start, and then you're good to go for each of the sections. Now just remember, with your peak, we're just going to round this out, because if that goes really sharp, that will poke its way through your fabric eventually, and really try and keep that a nice even curve, notwithstanding the fact that my pencil marks aren't super even. And if you're using normal fabric that doesn't have any sense of direction, that'll be on the bias, and that'll be able to be slotted in very neatly and easily. If it's on fabric that has a direction that you might want to do on the straight grain, you just have to be really accurate. Now I have been known to resize these if I find that my pocket is, oh yes, that's the iron, hello, stop that. So just a tiny little notch in here. Now if you're super fussy, which you can be, just hold it up to the light against something contrasting, and that should be nice and smooth. So I've got 2 pieces cut out. I need to have 8. So, and I've also got to cut out the band. So there's a little bit more to do, but we're heading in the right direction. So then you're good to go cutting out your pattern pieces.